Love, light, and happy Tuesday. I am iiiYansaje Muse, the Black Madonna of the airways, bringing you the music, the mystics, and the mojo on your Mars-ruled, Ogun-venerated Tuesday. It's Tuesday, December 10th, 2024. We are winding up 2024, and the day is vibrating on a 12-3. And that's a 1-2-3, so things are all lined up. 3 is the number sacred to the Orisha Eshu, and that's the cross in the road, hence the title of today's show. And those of us that are about that Orisha life know that Eshu and Ogun kick it tough. And this is all going down on your 11th Tuesday of autumn equinox and the 3rd of Sagittarius season. And we got fire on the sun, fire on the moon, with tonight's moon waxing in Aries with 5 planets in retrograde. So take action regarding the right choice. So today, as you may be putting some interesting choices in front of you, with Ogun's tools already in your hand to build the road to your destiny. So make sure you choose right as to what you put your actions behind, because whatever garden you toil is the fruit you will have to harvest one day. Just think about it. If you've been listening to the Mothership all day today, then you started out at 12 a.m. with some heart chakra sleep meditation. All the way through 6 a.m., you had your 6 a.m. rising cosmic weather forecast, rising Bimbe to Ogun, and now we are jamming to the smooth groove fathers of song and veneration to he who owns the tools, opens the roads, and is the father of civilization. Iba Ogun. So here's what you get every Tuesday in rotation 2 of the Mothership's 7 orbits. Check it out. Green vegetations, plant magic, Iba Ogun, Iba Onile, Iba Ochoosi, heart chakra, jazz, voices of the fathers, Mars. Welcome to Tuesdays on the Mothership, 222.9. Beam up. And we are back. You know, my energy is a bit heavy today because after broadcasting last night's breaking news and just announcing that I'll be doing my poetry podcast, Poems in the Key of the Cosmo, I just received word that one of my main poetic inspirations made her transition to the ancestors, and that would be none other than NIKKI GIOVANNI. When I was in 7th grade, I remember reading her kidnap poem in a literature book, and that was one of the first hooks between me and poetry. And then my English teacher, Libations to Eloise Turner, she did her performance of Maya Angelou's Phenomenal Woman. And it was those two factors that were the beginning of my journey in poetry. So I like to say I have 3 poetry mothers: Eloise Turner, Maya Angelou, and NIKKI GIOVANNI. All 3 ancestors now. I'm hurt, but I'm thankful. And this is why those of you out there that are poets, that take pen to pad, that use the arts, especially in written form, as a means of expression, it's important that you keep writing. It's important that you keep performing. It's important that you keep reciting, because you never know who you can inspire to begin writing to heal their soul and their spirit and it's a never ending cycle. So, all you poets out there, pour up for Nikki Giovanni and continue the legacy of poetry. I certainly plan to. And I want to share something out of her book, Bicycles. And I'm just going to randomly pick one. So let's just do this. Three. Stick my finger right here. Oh, another ancestor, Free Huey, as in Huey P. Newton. First, there was a dream, though Huey wouldn't call it that. Huey would say, a 10-point program power to the people. But the people must dream as if they are to use power effectively. To dream, you must rest, and to rest, you must be safe. So Huey called Bobby Little Bobby, calling all men, all strong black men, all men who are weary of arrest, weary of disrespect, weary of dreams deferred. Called them all to Sacramento, in black leather jackets and black tams with stern black faces and shiny black guns. But the government did not ask who were these dreamers. The government cringed before the mirror of its own conceit, and Goose stepped up its lies. Neither lies nor bullets could bring this panther down. Huey said, let there be women, equal, equal in the struggle. And good work was done. Breakfast programs, schools, voter registrations, hospitals, a mayor elected, a governor confirmed, the arts and literature extolled, a newspaper with all the truth you need to grow, not all the news they want you to know, and the fear of the government could not be contained. Panthers. The government then declared are now extinct as they photographed Huey on the ground, a bullet now firmly lodged in his back, a drug deal, the government said, gone bad. Another great government proclamation, right up there with the slaves are happy, the single bullet theory. The people will welcome us with open arms. This righteousness, righteous visionary warrior, who, too, had seen the mountaintop. He heard the hosannas. Free Huey stepped onto a passing cloud, ascending to his rightful place forever in our hearts. Nikki Giovanni. I want to do one more. Give me one more, Nikki. Give me one more. Thank you. Confirmation from Spirit. I provide. I am the stretch, the scratch, the way your shoulders shrug off sleep. I am the first note of the song you sing, the first beat of the rhythm you tap, the only high note you reach. I am the ink on your newspaper, the grounds that make your coffee, the bread that you will toast. I am your shoelaces for your run, the towel for your sweat, the seat you recline against as you catch your breath. I am the salt in your stew, the butter in which you scramble your eggs, the apples that flavor your yogurt. I am the wish on the flame of your candles when they sing happy birthday, blow me, baby. I am yours. Everything you need, I provide. Now tell me why you're not happy. If that's not how black women feel in America right now, I don't know what is. Libations to Nikki Giovanni. You can look forward to hearing more of her poems in my 6 o'clock rotation rhyme, The Underground Gospel, on Mondays and Fridays at 6 p.m. Central Standard Time. Libations to Nikki Giovanni. Kind of throat there. I'll be right back with your Tuesdaily Tarot read for the Divine Masculine Collective. I'm iiiYansaje Muse, and here's what's going on today in the Mothership's orbit. Beam up.
Moonrise. Black and glowing skies advise my infernos inside. After long days of divine talk, my scratch paper makes dead trees walk through portals of my automatic writing. Igniting, excited. It gets surprising how they drip off my lips and tongue, like ruby pebbles turned loose and skipped across Niger rivers of all my creative jujus.
I am iiiYansaje Muse, and these are my poems in the key of a Cosmo. Available on Spotify and on Wednesdays at 6 p.m. Central Standard Time on your One Woman and the Divine Created radio station, 222.9 The Mothership. Beam up. And we are back. So now it's time for your Tuesdaily Tarot message for my Divine Masculine Collective. And as always, we do our Tuesdays with the Kemetic Tarot deck. And so let's see what it has to say. I'm going to shuffle a little bit. Oh, dropping cards left and right. Okay, I'm going to leave these two out. They dropped, so they're going to stick in the message where they fit. Shuffle a little bit more and crack the book. Okay. Okay, Divine Masculines. On the East hand, it looks like you had some sort of false divine connection come to an end, or you are stuck with a partner that is not your divine mate, because a dazzling light showing up inverted means that you have a situation that's either coming to an end or needs to come to an end. In the beginning, it may have looked like it was divinely aligned, but it is not. So if you're already out of this connection, congratulations. If you're not, you're being told what to do. Because on the West hand, you have the Master of the Pentacle or the King of Swords. So whoever this person is here in the dazzling light inverted or the lovers inverted, there was someone who was draining your energetic as well as your physical abundance. And releasing them will lead to your true abundant space. Okay? Underneath the dazzling light, we have the sacrifice or the hangman card. And sometimes you have to sacrifice everything you know to get to what you're meant for. Because in order to get what you've never had, you must do what you've never done. And that's going to require this little thing called faith. Yes. Because underneath the Master of the Pentacles, you have the Nine of Swords inverted. So whatever weapons that came against you as a result of making the decision to end a toxic connection will not prosper. These are the weapons that formed against you that ended up failing. So divine masculines, go further into your divinity. Even though it seems new, it seems foreign, and it may even seem scary. But the first thing in moving forward is deciding that you're not going to go back. And the two cards that came out was the Ten of Cups and the Three of Cups inverted. And so, the Three of Cups symbolizes that three is not a crowd. So it seems like imbalanced ways of living are finding their end as the Ten of Cups awaits your step out on faith. All you have to do is trust it and take things one step at a time. As journeys of 1,000 miles start with the first step, and with the Master of Pentacles showing up on the west hand, that's the end game, the thing that's destined to work. All you have to do is step out on faith, believe it, and put that Mars ruled action behind it. As today is Mars, it is the day of action, and Ogun has already placed the tools in your hand. And at the bottom of the deck, we have the typhoon, which is the devil energy. And this guy showed up on last night's forecast. So, hmm, remember that the devil don't let you walk out of hell without a fight, if that's what you want to call that thing. Those of us that live in the Ifa life, we call him the trickster, because the real devil is in your reflection. So, what is it in your ego that is keeping you holding on to things that you know are not serving you? Amongst the tools that Ogun blessed you with is a sword to cut that mess off. So use your spiritual tools wisely. And I'm going to leave that at that. There's my general message. If you would like a personal read, then by all means dial the number on the screen or hit my Tuesdaily Facebook page, The Peridot Poultice, to book your session. I'm iiYansaje Muse, and here's what's going on today in the Mothership's orbit. Beam up. Do you want to start celebrating Kwanzaa but don't know where to start? Do you attend Kwanzaa events in your community but want to know more about how to do the ceremonies at home? Are you interested in using the Kwanzaa principles for self-love, self-help, and healing? Or are you ready to take Kwanzaa to another level with Orisha alignment, astrology, numerology, and chakra work? Then join me for the Questions About Kwanzaa virtual class session. And what it is a Zoom style meeting where we will discuss any and all questions that you may have about Kwanzaa and how to keep the Nguzo Saba year round. And to enhance your Kwanzaa experience, then grab your copy of my 2024 Kwanzaa Astrology Guide and the book Kwanzaa in Orbit, Kwanzaa Beamed Up. All proceeds go to 222.9 The Mothership Internet Radio. Move fast. There are only 49 seats. Beam up. And we are back. Excuse me. You all know the drill. I gotta beam back up to the mothership and cook up some more of this mojo to throw out over the airwaves, as I have arrested 9 moons to put together the Kwanzaa package, move the forecast to its own independent podcast on Spotify, and I'm still just getting warmed up, baby. When I tell y'all creatively, the waters have broken and the baby's not waiting, so stay tuned. And today's channel song is dedicated to the memory and the legacy of the poetic activist and queen, NIKKI Giovanni. Here's the elements of sound: earth, wind, and fire with fantasy. This is 222.9 The Mothership, internet radio for the road less traveled. Beam up. You know what makes orbits so fascinating? They move very, very fast, yet appear to be moving very slow. Actually, orbits do both simultaneously. 222.9 The Mothership Internet Radio is a 24/7 orbit rotation of old school groove